In today's video, we're going to be having a look at how to create and send custom sound notifications using iOS. Check it out. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. So today we're looking at custom sound notifications, but what do I mean by this? Well, when I say custom sound notification, what I'm actually referring to is the iOS push notification sound. So normally when your iPhone receives a push notification, it will play a specific tune or a specific sound. And with the power of HomeAssistant, we can choose what that sound is going to be, either by using a predefined list, or we can create and upload our own custom ones. The documentation for the custom sounds will be linked in the description below. There's a few code examples on there, which we'll be going through in this video. And there's plenty of detailed descriptions also available, so go and check that out if you want. A big thank you to Dirk over on the HomeAssistant Facebook groups for actually introducing me to this feature. I had no idea that this feature even existed, which is why I'm creating this video on it, to shine some light on it, because maybe it's a little underrated. If you make use of any features in HomeAssistant and you think they're a little underrated, then let me know in the comments below and I may make a video on them in the future. Let's get stuck into it then, and we'll just quickly run through what we're going to need in order to complete this project. So first of all, we're going to need a working version of HomeAssistant. You're then going to need to have an iOS device with the HomeAssistant app installed and set up. We're also going to need some audio files that you can make use of for the custom sounds. And finally, if you're not already, you're just going to need to hit that subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell. You'll then be alerted to any future videos that I do. In order to proceed, I'm going to just assume that you've got all of those things set up and ready to go. If you haven't, then go check out my channel for tutorials on those things. And as always, this video will be chaptered, so be sure to make use of those timestamps in the description below. The first thing we're going to do is just have a quick demo of the sound notification, just so you can see what it's like. So we're just going to head back over to the sounds documentation, and we're just going to copy some of the lines from this example here. So we're just going to grab everything from the top of service there all the way down to the end of WAV, and we're just going to copy that. We're then going to jump straight into our HomeAssistant and we're going to choose on Developer Tools. And once you've opened up your Developer Tools, along the top there, you're going to want to choose Services. The next thing we're going to want to do is to choose our service, and this service is just going to be the notification call to the particular device we want to play the custom sound on. So if I just press on Services up at the top here, I'm then just going to start typing mobile. And when I start doing that, I should get a list of all the different devices that support the mobile notification type. And I can see there in the list the particular one that I want, so I'm just going to choose Rachel's iPhone. With filling in that service information, you've got two different methods you can use to actually input that data. So you can either fill it in the UI mode, which we're currently in, or you can click this Go to YAML mode, and you can just manually type out all the YAML for it. I often find the YAML modes more useful for just pasting in chunks that you copied. So let's go ahead and paste what we've got on our clipboard. So in this top box, and we need to make sure we're in YAML mode, just underneath the first line, we're just going to paste in what we've got in our clipboard. And we should now have two different services. So we're just going to remove that example one there. And down the side there, we've got a little red line to tell us that there's some bad indentation going on. So if we just delete some spaces out of this here, we should end up with something that looks a little like this. So what this is now going to do is send a push notification to our phone, and it's going to have a message saying your roommate has arrived, but then it's going to also do an extra thing. And that extra thing is it's going to play a sound in Morgan Freeman's voice saying that your roommate is arriving. So let's go ahead and give that a go now. So I've got my phone here and I'm just going to click Call Service.
Your roommate is arriving.
And hopefully you will have heard that lovely announcement by Morgan Freeman. And this sound notification will work regardless of whether the phone's locked or not. So if I just show you another example here, so you can see here that the phone's locked, and I'm just going to click Call Service again.
Your roommate is arriving.
And we should have heard Morgan Freeman again. So this will work if your phone's locked, but it won't work if your phone's muted. But don't worry, if your phone is muted, we can still make use of the sound notification, and we can do this by making use of a feature called critical notifications, which was introduced to iOS back in iOS 12. And to do this, all we're going to need to do is just add on a couple of extra lines, and we should end up with something like this. So now underneath sound, we have the name of the particular audio file we want to make use of. Again, we're going for Morgan Freeman. And then we have another two lines, which are critical and volume. Now what the critical one's going to do is it's just going to tell the notification that it's a critical notification. And what this means in terms of iOS is it's going to just bypass that mute switch, and it's also going to bypass any rate limiting set by notifications. The second option then, the volume one, is going to set your device to be max volume, and for that reason I'm not going to be pressing that call service button. Another thing that the critical notification does is it pins itself to the top of your notification list just to ensure that you see it. It also gets a little red triangle on it just to make it stand out. So that was a quick look at critical notifications. I've just now jumped back to the original YAML that we had. Any of the code that you see me use in this video will also be in the description, so if you want to go and copy and paste that, you can do. At the beginning of the video, I said that you could make use of a predefined list of different sounds that you can make use of. And this Morgan Freeman voice actually comes with this list. So if we jump back over to the sounds documentation, and on the right hand side there, we're just going to click this pre-installed notification sounds, which is just going to jump us down to the bottom of the page. We'll see then this little collapsible list for all of the different sounds that are available. So let's just open that up. And as you can see from this extensive list, there is lots of different sound effects and voices that you can make use of. There's a ton of different options for generic smart home devices. So things on, things off, things open, things closed. And then of course we've got the Morgan Freeman voices. So there's a whole bunch of different ones you can make use of there. But what we're going to be doing now is creating our own sound. For the custom sound, it needs to be formatted in a specific way. It needs to be a 32-bit float formatted at 48,000 Hz, and it also needs to be a WAV file. And then a couple of other things to note is you may need to restart your device in order to actually be able to hear the custom sounds after you add them on. And the other thing is, if you upload a file that's got the same file name as another file, it's just going to replace the old one. It looks like the iOS app actually now converts the file for you, so whatever audio file you give it, it's going to convert it into the needed WAV file, which makes things a lot simpler for us and saves us having to convert the files. Once we've created the audio file, we're going to need to get it onto our iOS device. Now there's a few different ways you can go about doing this. You could use iTunes or put it in some cloud storage, or use some kind of messaging app to just message it to yourself. For this demo, we're just going to be storing the file on Google Drive, and then we'll be accessing it from our phone. Some of the other methods for getting the file on your iOS device are mentioned in that documentation, so if you don't want to do it with cloud storage, how we're going to do in this demo, then be sure to check that out. I've already got the sound that I want to use for my custom notification, and it's the GLaDOS sound effect that I made use of in my custom Alexa MP3 video. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. In that video, I show you how to make use of custom sounds and voice recordings. What we now need to do is just move that audio file onto Google Drive. So if you've got the Google Drive client installed, you can just simply drag and drop it in there. If you haven't got the Google Drive client installed, you can just open up Google Drive in a web browser and just directly upload the file. Now, I'm obviously using Google Drive, but you can use any cloud storage and the steps are going to be the exact same. I've also just added another file here, the Angels one, so you can see both the Angels and GLaDOS files are both .mp3 files. For this next bit, we're going to need to jump over to our phone, so we're going to need to open up the HomeAssistant app. In the app then, we're just going to expand the menu, and we're going to choose App Configuration. From here, we're going to choose Notifications, and then we're going to press Sounds. We're then going to need to press Import Custom Sounds. And from our locations, we're going to need to choose Google Drive. If you can't see Google Drive in your locations there and it is installed on your phone, if you press the three dots in the top right and choose Edit, there'll be an option then to toggle all of the different options you have. So you can see I've got Google Drive there and you just need to toggle it on. If you can see Google Drive, you're just going to click it and then you're just going to want to press on one of the audio files you've added. So I'm going to choose the GLaDOS one. And we can see there it's been converted and it's now glados.wav. I'm going to press Import Custom Sounds again, and this time I'm going to choose the Angels one. And again you can see that that's also converted and that's been added to my list of custom sounds. And that's basically the process of actually adding the custom sounds. So you need to add it in the HomeAssistant app in order to use it. And you can see there I just picked two MP3 files and the HomeAssistant app automatically converted them into the correct file format for me. Okay, back in HomeAssistant then. So we've got the same notification that we previously had, and all I've done is just update the message and update the sound. The name of the sound here will need to match the one that you've got in your HomeAssistant app, otherwise it won't work. I've set all of that up for the GLaDOS sound, so let's hit call service and see if it worked.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center.
And if I also try the other one I had, which was Angels, and again just hit call service, With adding both of those audio files, I didn't have to restart the phone, it just worked straight away. Whenever you send this notification, it sends a message and it also has the little banner that appears. Now, if you want that banner to not appear and not be any text, if you just delete all the text out and just press space, so in your message you just have a single space, then hit call service, there won't be any banner or any text. So you just get a straight up audio notification without any text, which might be useful in some cases. And I think that's pretty much it for this one. Let me know in the comments below what sounds you're going to make use of. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, don't forget to drop me a like rating. And if you're not already, if you hit that subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell, you'll be alerted to any future video that I do. Before I go, just a massive thank you to these awesome dudes. These dudes are my patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you're interested in supporting my channel and becoming one of these awesome dudes, there'll be a link for my Patreon in the description below. So thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.